All right, again, Professor Shelly George joining us live in the newsroom. What a disturbing case here, Professor. And are you surprised at all by these murder charges?
I think initially I was surprised because most of these cases really are a parent just accidentally leaving their child in the car. I think given the other facts that have come out about this case, I'm not surprised that it's murder, given some of the internet searches that he and his wife were doing.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying that some of these things are kind of circumstantial. But today we learned a lot more in that hearing. What do you think is going to be the strongest piece of evidence that you've heard so far against him?
I think the fact that he went to the car in the middle of the day, he purchased some light bulbs, threw them into the car, which most people wouldn't toss in light bulbs, so it almost looked like he was deliberately not trying to look into the car because he knew that he had left his son there. I think also those internet searches are going to hurt him. The fact that he was in work, inside of his job, texting, sexting multiple women during the day, I think that's going to hurt his case.
We've got to ask, the internet search really kind of makes a lot of parents' stomachs turn to think of a parent actually searching the internet about this. How strong of a piece of evidence is that, and is it pretty common now for internet searches and things that people have done online to be used against them in a court of law?
I think given the digital age that we live in, the technological advances that we have made, I do think that it is going to be more commonly used in cases. I think that one of the weak things is you have to look to see who all has access to that computer. Could someone else have made those searches? If you're using a public computer, a computer, let's say, at the library, I think that the state would have a weaker case trying to use search engines against a defendant. But in this kind of situation, if it's a home computer, a limited number of people having access to the computer, I do think that it is going to be very damning against this particular defendant. He searched life in prison. He searched what carefree living would be like without children. He also looked up how animals die in heat, how children die in heat. I think all of those things combined with the fact that he left his child in the car just seconds after kissing him, I think those things are going to be damning to him. I do think that it's going to hurt.
Real quickly, we're just about out of time, but there's 2 life insurance policies. That is also another red flag here.
It may be. I think that the amounts of the life insurance policies are small, given the fact, looking at all of the facts of the case, I don't think that the life insurance is going to be as big a deal as we may think it is. Many parents get life insurance on their children, and I think it totals $26,000, so I don't see that being as big a deal.
All right, Professor George, some great perspective. We appreciate it. And obviously, we must point out, always innocent until proven guilty, but we appreciate your insight. Thank you so much.
Thank you.